we're just trying to help her learn as much as she can that we didn't have when we were in college. You know what I'm saying? And like just take advantage of since she was at home. We're like, okay, great. Let's tackle these loans. You can graduate debt free. That's our goal for her.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Ralph Graves Jr. Show. So glad to have you guys here. Remember, if you like what we're talking about, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share with somebody. I would really appreciate it. But today, have another very special guest. And I can say all my guests are special. This is one half of my friends, of the budget queens, And we have Mia Bowie on here today. Mia, say hello to everyone.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
So good to have you on the show today. I know that you're busy doing some things, but listen, tell the audience about Budget Queens. Guys, listen to this. This is phenomenal. Tell them about Budget Queens for me.
Yeah, so Budget Queens, we basically specialize in budgets. We specialize in helping you create a handwritten budget plan to crush debt and save money. We're literally getting all of our clients really great results in our first month. We're offering a new 90-day transformation package, which transforms your finances. So we're booming. We're moving.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear that. And it's you and Samantha, who we'll talk to later. She couldn't be with us today, guys, but I'm going to have Samantha on the show as well. And so I'm really excited. I met these young ladies, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months ago. And I've kind of known from afar because my daughter works with them. Both my daughters are just one.
Yes, both of them work
both
with
of
us.
them. Both? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you're doing a good job because they're no longer asking me for money. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. But, and what I like to talk about, in our shows and just really to try to encourage some people to kind of do, where did you guys come up with the concept of Budget Queens, you and Samantha? Where'd you guys come up with this? It's something that's needed, but how'd you come up with it?
So, actually, this is a great point. So my first LLC I formed was called Everything Fit.
Okay.
So basically it's about physical, financial, and mental fitness, because those are things that I really have a passion for, right? I was telling Sam about it and she's like, oh my God, Mia, I want to like help in some like avenue or way. And I knew like, we have a lot in common, but I knew like for the financial fitness part, she could be really beneficial. She would add a lot of value, right?
Okay.
So we were brainstorming ideas, and born is the Budget Queens. So it actually Everything Fit has 50% equity into Budget Queens. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. And so you guys have a growing clientele. Is it hard to get people to start a budget? Is it hard to talk to people, about money, and starting a budget?
So, it's so funny because my friends are like, Mia, you do it so effortlessly. I can talk to a stranger and I literally will hear something that they'll say about money. And it's like an opportunity for me to tell them about Budget Queens. Wow. Because you'll find it so much in everyday conversation that people are talking about money or they want to get this, and this. So obviously you're going to need a budget or a plan to get there. Yeah. So it's super easy to just work my way in. But once we lay out the plan, like honestly, clients feel relieved right away.
Wow. Yeah.
Right away. They can just see like, oh wow, like this is why I felt broke this paycheck, because you know why? You had to pay something early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just little like nuances like that really change their mindset, and they're able to see the vision.
Wow. And I know, I'm just looking at the smile on your face, even talking about it. And it seems like this really brings you joy. This really, you found your purpose in doing this. And so I wanted to talk today about vision. This is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Budget Queens, how you got started, but I want to talk about your personal vision. And you came up with Budget Queens, and obviously it makes you happy. What has been maybe some pitfalls that you find to your vision or any other vision? If you had some pitfalls, how do you keep your vision strong? Let's start there. How do you keep your vision for what you want Budget Queens to be, who you want Mia to be? How do you keep that vision strong and that vision played out in front of you?
Okay. Well, can I show you something real quick? Because this is going to explain.
You can show me whatever you want to show me.
Okay. So this right here is my vision board.
Look at that, everybody. That's her vision board.
I don't know if you can see it good.
I can see it. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So that's how I keep my vision strong. I literally look at it every day. Just try to think about, how I feel in the moment of each picture.
Yeah.
And how I'm making an impact. So I think my only pitfall is that I'm just a super dreamer. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard for me to be present.
Okay.
But because I'm always thinking in the future. But I think it's a positive and a pitfall, I guess.
I'm looking at my notes because you said something, right? Because I'm a visionary like that as well. And I have some challenges and pitfalls. And I'm actually doing a whole study on and teaching on it. And you said something about, being a dreamer and seeing some different things. First of all, I think it's great that you have that vision board. Now, I don't have a vision board, but I journal everything.
Nice.
I did have a vision board, and I think it's great. I think that most movers and shakers should. I think you ought to be able to visualize it and keep your heart and your eyes focused on where you want to go and making sure, and this is and I'm a dreamer too. I have to make sure that my daily plans line up with my vision.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes when we dream, and it's okay. I tell everybody, I wasn't a great student in school. Were you a good student? I was terrible. I don't know if I was terrible.
I was a good student.
I wasn't.
Straight A's, a nerd.
Yeah. No, that wasn't me. I was dreaming. I was dreaming. I was like, look, just let me get out of school so I can be who I need to be. So I could be who I need to be. That's a whole nother thing about the educational system. I really believe that our current education system teaches you to work for other people, but that's something else.
Oh yes,
that's another.
Oh, wait, we need bring me on for that podcast.
Bring you on for that one.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, I'll bring you on for that. I may have a couple people on that. I am sure that teaches us to work for other people and not really maximize our vision and our goal and our dreams. And so, I have to make sure that my daily actions line up with how I envision my life. You said it, and I think before we even came on the air, you said that you rode 26 miles on your bike today. That action lines up with the vision that you have for yourself. Now, how important is that when you're dealing with finances? Do you share that with people when you talk about their budgets?
As far as fitness?
As far as vision. Like, listen, we're doing this. We're budgeting this way. Because you envision your life to be a certain way, so we have to make some changes. Is that a hard sell, or is that something that your clients easily grasp?
I think they grasp it probably month one. Like once they're in the thick of it, they start to realize the opportunity cost, we call it. They start to realize, you know what? I really don't need this at this point in time because I really rather get my emergency fund, or I'd rather pay something off, or I'd rather put towards my house down payment. So the mindset shift starts to happen, and now they can see the vision. They're like, okay, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
You know what? And I'm glad this is why I like having organic conversations. You and I haven't talked about this before. Our people, African Americans, right? Especially my generation, even older, very few had budgets and stuff like that in plan. And I read something the other day that it came from the mindset of, we don't know if we're going to make it tomorrow or see tomorrow, so I might as well buy it today. Yeah, I read and I'm like, man, and I was like, wow, I kind of get that. Our experience, our American experience is a little bit different, and we don't know, and we didn't know, if, hey, listen, tomorrow's not promised, so let's just spend everything and go to Disney World today,
today.
So when you come across those mindsets, how, like, do you find it different now with our people versus maybe some of our white friends or Hispanic friends, or is the mindset still kind of like, I'm buying that today? You talking about saving for 10 years. I might be dead in 10 years. I might get pulled over by the police and get killed. I'm going to do it now. Do you deal with that mindset?
It's funny you say that, because with my family, I do. Like right now you're touching on like my parents a little bit. Like when I talk to them about budgeting and things like that, that's how their mindset is.
They're probably a little older. They're probably my age or a little older. Yeah.
Yep. But for clients, because we're all like around that millennial age, like 30, maybe like to 22.
Yeah.
It's not, the African American clients,
yeah.
they're like, okay, you know what, I like, they just want to literally get out of a hole. Like they done dug so far of a hole, so they're just trying to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
They don't want to be overwhelmed by student loans. Like I think your generation was like, oh, you're just gonna have student loans forever.
Right.
And like ours is like, no.
Yeah, I'm watching my daughter now. She refuses. She just did something the other day to cut her student loans in half. I don't know, but she's like, I'm not carrying this the rest of my life.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, I will not, I refuse to let this hinder me. And like, I feel stagnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so that's and I just try to figure that out, when it came to came to vision and came to generational differences and even racial differences. And so your clientele, is it mostly millennials? What generation? Is it X? Is it baby boomers? What is it? What do you got going on? Is it Y?
I would say
Y?
Millennials, definitely. Our youngest client is 24. And our oldest, I think, is 38.
And you guys, let me tell you something about my millennials. I love you. I do. I surround myself with millennials. I love millennials. You guys are doing an awesome job out front. I praise God that you guys are on the front line. And I'll sit in the back seat of the car and finance the ride. Y'all just y'all do it. I'll finance you. Y'all do it. But I'm so proud of you guys. I really am. I really am. Now, listen. Is it? And we talked about connecting your vision to your daily plans, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I do to help me do this, I actually kind of share my vision with others that might keep me accountable. Is that something you do?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have several accountability partners just in case one of them falls off.
Right.
I'm like, I have a backup.
Yeah.
And that's for like pretty much every area of my life, like with my fitness, with my budget, like financially, and then like mentally, like just doing my affirmations every day.
Of course.
Just checking in with certain people just to make sure like I'm mentally okay. So I definitely have several accountability partners.
And this is what people forget about, you can have a vision, and if you don't have trusted accountability partners, people who are moving in the same direction, because I'm big on that. I'm big on, and when I call people toxic, right? When I say someone's toxic, I don't mean they're bad people. I just mean they're no good for me.
Exactly.
And so I have to make sure that toxic people are not in my inner or outer circle. And so I think with sharing the vision with others kind of keeps me grounded. There are people who mentor me, who are older than me, mentor me. There are people that I mentor, even people I mentor. I kind of make sure I'm straight because I don't want them to say my mentor fell off, so.
Exactly. Same. I have a few mentees. One of them, she just started a business, so I'm just super proud of her. Like, But so I think like you're saying, it's so important to align yourself with. That's the only way you're going to be successful. Every successful book you read, you always have to align yourself with like-minded people. Like,
you have to. And that goes to even changing environments. I try to tell everybody, tell people that I mentor, if you're in an environment that's not conducive to where you're going, this false loyalty of staying in that environment is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It'll squash your vision every time. If you're not working on your vision, Mia, you're working on somebody else's. I'm just
Talk to them. Free.
I'm just telling you the truth. Just telling you the truth right there. You know, how do you, and you showed how you stay in touch with your vision, with the vision board. Is
Mhm.
that something you share with maybe some people you're mentoring or some of your clients? How do you recommend that they stay in touch with their vision?
That's a good question. Well, definitely to my mentees, I encourage them all to, first of all, write things down in their
Right.
planner.
Right.
So they're finally grasping that, but I encourage them to make a vision board as well. But as far as like budget queen clients, maybe that's something we should do, like a
Yeah.
financial vision board or wherever they see themselves. Yeah, that's really cool.
I
That's a
mean,
good idea.
I say I decide to work with you, right?
Mhm.
I will be working with you because of where I'm headed. I'm gonna need somebody to help me with some of the things I got going on.
Yeah.
How are you going to encourage me when I say, listen, I'm going to go do this? How are you going to gently encourage Mr. Graves? You know, how you going to say, listen, I need you to keep in line with your vision. When you sit down, you're going to do what you want, but this was part of your
Mhm.
vision. You know, so I want you to come up with a way to gently encourage me to stick
To
stick to
what?
my financial vision.
Well, I'm gonna bring up your goals. So one thing we do talk about prior to starting our services is what are your financial goals.
Okay.
So when we have those moments of, oh, you know what, Mia, I think I'm gonna go buy a motorcycle or something. I don't know what you're gonna buy, but
Yeah, those
I
days
would
are
be like,
gone.
Pastor Grace.
I've had about 6 motorcycles, and those days are gone. So we won't do that. Yeah, I've had
Okay,
6.
I didn't even know you had them. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, Pastor Graves, do you remember those goals we talked about? Like, they're not gonna get to them by themselves. So what are we doing?
Right. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Um, and I believe in living each day with intention. I have it in my notes here because you talked about reviewing every morning, and I that's why I have it in my notes. I review my goals every morning. I believe in affirmations, of course. I
Yeah.
believe in my Bible verses,
Yeah.
but these things work. You know, I have an affirmation. I hope my phone is off, or it doesn't. I have 2 affirmations that go off on my phone
Mm-hmm.
every day. One's at 9:30, one's at 3:30. Those things work for me.
I love that. And first of all, I love your 9 a.m. texts that you send out.
The
Like,
truth boost. Yeah.
yes, the truth boost. Oh my gosh. Everyone needs to get on your truth boost.
And thank you for sharing that on your Instagram and things like that. You can share it with the world. You can tell them how to get on it. You know,
Yes.
I'll tell everybody now. Text C3E to the number 313131. You get a daily truth boost. And thanks for supporting that. But yeah, I get affirmations on my phone. I set the alarm. I mean, we have so many tools to kind of, and you don't know how many times that has saved me during the course of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down something, man. I don't know if you ever tried it, and I wrote down something what it means to be Ralph Graves, and it's actually my voice reading it. And so when it goes off at 3:20 every day, it's about a minute and a half of what it means to be me. And I measure if I've done things that lined up to what it means to be Ralph Graves Jr. So
That's powerful. Sheesh. I love
yeah.
that.
Nothing like hearing your own voice telling you to get it together. So
Yeah.
people want to work with budget queens. How do they find you? Talk to me about the process. How do they find budget queens? Where are you guys at?
We're on Instagram at budget_queens. We're on Facebook at budget queens. We're on Twitter at budget queens1. You can shoot us an email, thebudgetqueens@gmail.com. We're around.
You're around. You're not hiding. You're not
We're
hiding.
not.
Can't sell a secret. That's what I tell people. Can't sell a secret.
Right. Right.
You're around. Well, that's awesome. And so the first thing they do is they reach out to you via email, and then you'll contact them and start the process.
Take it from there. Yep. Well, a lot of our clients literally have just been from Instagram. It's great, and word of mouth. So
that's where you get those millennials. Yeah.
Yeah.
And use these tools, man. Use. I tell people use these platforms: Instagram, LinkedIn. Did you get your LinkedIn page? Remember? Never.
We did start. I literally went and created it.
I know you did, and I'm gonna talk to you off screen. I ain't gonna put you on blast in front of the world.
I know.
But no, but LinkedIn is a great tool as well. But you guys are everywhere, and I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so glad I've got to know you. I'm getting to know you guys, and the service you provide. Thank you so much for that. So many people, no matter of what race, what color, what they're. I have to say that I was financially illiterate. I didn't understand money. You know what I did, and you'll be proud of me. And I don't have it in front of me.
Did you put those envelopes to use?
Yes, I did. Okay. But I have grandsons, right? I have grandsons, and I will not pay them for yard work. I pay you per every book you read. Pop gives you $20.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So if and what you read will begin to move your thoughts in the right direction. So I pick the books.
Oh, I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, Papa picks the books, and they bust from. So the book that we're kind of slow walking through right now is a book for children about money. How to turn $1 into $1 million. Everything from saving and investment, and it's written for ages 8 to 12 or 8 to 13. And so I gotta teach them, so with the money that I give them, we're going over through the book, and so they won't be foreign to saving. So when it's time to work with you, man, can I work with you now? I may have them work with you now, so when it's time to work with you at a young age. And you always have one of the two. My one grandson, the youngest, man, he's like, Papa, I'm going to make $1 million, and he's on it. I mean, he's breaking me with these books that he's reading. But anyway, I'm teaching them, or I want these books to teach them about financial literacy. And you're never too young to start. Am I right?
Never. We have an intern, and we just got her. So she's awesome. She's been doing a lot of marketing for us, like social media things, and we're offering our services to her. So she already just sent us a picture. She's got half of her emergency fund. She's like, I got $500 already.
Wow.
So she's almost to her emergency fund. She's got her vacation cash. We're just trying to help her learn as much as she can that we didn't have when we were in college. You know what I'm saying? And just take advantage of, she lives at home. Yeah. We're like, okay, great. Let's tackle these loans so you can graduate debt free. That's our goal for her.
Yeah. And it's financial freedom. It's being able to have some things and being able to do it and be free to do it. And I really salute you guys for what you're doing. And I hope you viewers really pick up the phone, go on Instagram, go email Budget Queens. Tell them one more time where to find you.
At budget_queens on Instagram, Budget Queens on Facebook, at Budget Queens 1 on Twitter, and thebudgetqueens@gmail.com. Email us.
Mia, I thank you for your time. I thank you for being such an inspiration. I thank you for making this show a great show. You're the hero. I'm just a host, and so I thank you for being all that you're being and doing all that you do. And I'll talk to you again real soon, guys. This was. I hope this really helps somebody. But please reach out to the Budget Queens.
Budget Queens. Let's be unstoppable.
Thank you. See, she got the book. You guys get the book. Thank you for that. Mia, I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.